You'll win 2. You went up. It was luck enough, man. Last game week you drew also, man. After I said you said you'll win 2 goals.
Oh, between Brighton.
Yeah. You said you'll win
Ah,
with a clean sheet of 2 goals.
yes. You see what happened. That one is explainable.
No,
No, no,
nothing
that one.
happened. Nothing happened.
Declan Rice
Your
got a
player
red card.
happened. That's your
We were
own
one.
problem.
Yeah,
That's our problem.
we don't see it's not our problem. It's our problem, and
It's
that's
your
what
own
happened.
problem. You guys
Yes, that's
decided to
very
play rough
true.
game.
That's
You
very
decided to
true.
play a rough game. But what's happening with him? Actually surprised that you didn't lose that game.
No, no, no. What I'm saying, we are not saying it's not our problem. It's our problem, but we conceded a
Mhm.
goal because we were less. That's what I'm saying.
No, there's nothing like less there, Joshua. The Premier League. If you do a mistake, you'll be punished.
Hello, guys. Welcome and welcome again to another week of the Triple Cup Show. A very beautiful week with a very beautiful, nice guest also, and then host, man. Last week, guys, man, you were on my neck. For the first time, I took a break, and the episode went. I don't know, man. I think it feels so nice to watch you guys doing the thing. I didn't know that's how our fans feels, man. And today also on the pod, man, I'm joined with the gang. Starting with the Chelsea guys. After did they beat somebody or no? I don't know. The game weekend on the other side, man like Honey after going away for a week. How are you, man?
Yeah, man, I'm good.
Yeah.
I've been actually recuperating very nice, and I'm glad to be back. It's a nice podium for me to express myself on
Okay.
your team.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. In Kenya, man, the international were there. How did our team perform? Man, I think we won one game, but I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Basically, about Kenya, what I can say about Kenya is it's actually pathetic. The situation in Kenya is actually pathetic because our home team is supposed to play at Nyayo Stadium, but according to CAF, we don't have a stadium that matches the standard of the required standard of stadium that
Okay.
can play the CAF matches. So we had to go to Kampala to play our home match. Imagine going to Kampala, playing the home match, and then we have stadiums like Nyayo, but they can't really refurbish them because the government said it doesn't have money. So it was very disappointing for us to go and play in Uganda. And then we actually drew that game. The players were like, we didn't have the 12th man over there to give us support. So Kenya got a draw in Kampala and then traveled to South Africa, where we got a slight win of 2-1 against Namibia.
Okay. On the other side, man like Joshua, man, I think it's a bad week coming to this week, man. How you, man?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
In the international, man like I have it. How he performed?
Kayavas, generally, is a man that you can rely on.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe he plays 2 games, he score 1 game. I think that's enough for him.
Okay.
Yeah,
On the side, man like what do you say? Man like Odegaard, I think he got an injury, man.
yeah. We are still waiting because as we are recording, still we maybe Ateta has not talked in the conference.
Okay.
So we are waiting for his conference for us to know the extent of the injury of Odegaard.
Okay.
So from there on, then you can know if it will be a problem for us, or still maybe if it's one game he's going to miss, I think it's not that much of a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's nice, man. So it's been nice, man. And then, guys, man, it's been nice. We started a podcast on the YouTube. Now the video is all on the YouTubes, man. Big thanks to all those guys who subscribe. Big thanks to all those guys who are liking, and big thanks to those guys who are commenting. And then, man, we are having many guys who are viewing and they have not yet subscribed. So just 1 minute, press that subscribe button, man. It will be nice, man. And share the link to every guy who who I know will give you the nice vibe as always, man. So where should we start, man? I think the big we'll start with the big game. Team like team like Arsenal. You do have a derby, which is a London derby.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, as we are speaking, California got an injury. That's one thing. Man like Declan Rice won't be there because of the red card. And what's the other guy? Now we are not sure if Odegaard will play. So what's the best point do you see like Arsenal gonna start on this weekend?
Okay, I think first of all, Odegaard will not play. That's given.
Okay.
We don't know about the other games, but this game, the derby, he will not be there.
Okay.
I think Arteta could not risk to bring him after he see what happened during the international break. Odegaard, first of all, we remove Odegaard in that team. He will not be involved at all.
Okay.
Because I think they say it's an ankle sprain, and that one, if it's get bad, I think they can risk to lose him for a lot of maybe games.
Okay.
So the best thing is to protect him and no need to risk because of one game only.
Okay.
I know,
But I think it's a big game, man.
it's a London derby.
Yeah.
So one game only. There is no reason for us to risk in one game and miss him in a lot of games.
Okay. So what is the formula or what's the formation that you think Arteta going to play this week?
Declan Rice will not be there.
Okay.
That's definitely.
Yeah.
So that's we can see the introduction of somebody like
Jorginho? Okay.
So if Jorginho will play alongside Partey, now that one can be a very good maybe midfield, but the problem now comes who will play Odegaard position.
Okay.
So this one may attract different players. Like maybe you can introduce Raheem starting to play as a number 9,
Okay.
and Kai Havertz to come back to play as number 8.
Okay.
Or we can bring Kai starting to play as number 8, but I have never see him playing as number 8. But I think also we can put somebody like Trossard to play in that number,
Okay.
and Kai Havertz to continue as the frontman there.
Okay.
So for me, I can say that whichever structure that Arteta will come with it will have to involve Kai Havertz between those areas.
Okay.
So it will affect Kai Havertz and Trossard. Or they can decide to play Martinelli on that up top there.
Okay.
And they will have to sub him with Sterling later. But I think we have enough depth to be able to win this game.
Okay, it's nice, man. On the other side, man, on the England kind of a thing, man like Louis, how did you see them perform on there? Because I think if you guys are playing fantasy, man, somebody like Alexander Trent, I think he was the big thing on that kind of a week. What do you think? Do you think now is the time after you see what he has done? And then Liverpool still, they do have nice fixtures, and they have given us they have the jam to be on and on to give us goals and many things, man.
Yeah, man. So it was actually pleasant to see England play because they had 2 matches and automatically they got the win. We saw someone like Levi Colwill playing at the left back, which he was very consistent. He was very relaxed. So actually, the first game he played at the left back, actually kind of experimental thing, but emerged as if he can play at that position because previously he played as a left back when he was at Brighton. So playing at that position was actually good for him. And then we saw someone like the Madueke guy actually got his debut and was actually pleased. He was introduced into the second game and made a very nice assist to Hurricane. So basically, the England going to this international break actually bringing in a new coach. So he was trying to connect the players. What was needed is connecting the players. At least to rotate the squad to see what quality do I have, what players do I have. So basically, it was the new coach ideas. Maybe he played 4-3-3 at one point. Then the second game actually intensified the 4-2-3-1. Actually paid off. Then they got 2 wins. So basically, England going forward, we expect them to be more vital, more precise, and actually being at the top dogs of international football. And then about Trent, Ancelotti, no, he wasn't pleased because Ancelotti doesn't want someone like Trent to play full minutes. But we saw on the England squad, he got like full minutes. The first game he played the full 90 minutes. So Ancelotti, not a happy man, but basically that's England. They have maybe if the players, the back 4 connects well, they have to play all the back 4. So going back into the Liverpool side, I think Trent will actually be playing at least 60 minutes for him not to maybe at least, but the consistency of the games that they have.
When I watch the games online on the international break, I think Manchester United is the problem.
Why? Why would you say that?
Man, check the players. Let's check with somebody like who? All the guys who play for Manchester United. Man like a Scott McTominay did a thing.
Yeah.
Man like Bruno Fernandes did a thing. Our striker who's Zek also did the thing. If you check the Chris Eriksen game, also he played a nice game. But when they come to Manchester, no, man. This thing, man, I saw the Ugandan guys, they wanted to just pass some greetings. I don't know why the Ugandan police did not allow him wamsalimie kidogo bana. It was good, man.
But
Salamu.
Daoud,
Yeah.
I have one thing about Manchester. If you watch, actually managed to watch the it was Netherlands versus Germany.
Okay.
I have a question for you? Did the lead do a good thing?
Man,
Did you watch the game?
that nigga is trash. I think Mago is
Did you watch the game?
Mago is much better than him. I don't know why Ten Hag went for him. Man, Mago is much better than him.
You remember when during game week 1, I told you like I don't see the reason why he went for delete, and bear in fact that when he was in Bayern Munich, he was at bench, and who was benching him?
Eric
Tottenham,
Dyer.
Yeah.
Eric Dyer.
Okay.
And Eric Dyer, when he was in Tottenham, he was benched. So
Yeah.
you can see that the level.
Man, man, that's what I'm saying. Okay, let's start from here then. I'm saying Manchester United is the problem because all the guys who play to Manchester United, except the lead, all of them perform better. I think so. If you watch also Garnacho when he played on the Argentina game, he played also nice. But I don't know what happens when they come to play to Manchester United. I think the problem is the club. It's not the players.
I think the problem is the coach, because if you will not be able, if you have talent and you're not be able to get the best out of them, and when they are going to play at the international level, they perform, and they're not there every day. You know, that is the difference. They're not there every day. They're not playing with the same player in the international level. Whereby in Manchester United, they are with the players day in, day out, trying each and every move, and they cannot perform at the level that Manchester is supposed to be. So it means the coach is the one who is not getting the best out of the player, or his way or his structure is not giving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joshua, I
Yeah.
have to differ with you guys because you can't say the problem is the coach. I think the problem is the players' mentality.
No, man.
Because
No, man.
the
Who-
players,
okay.
no,
Look
listen,
at this. Okay.
Understand me. I need you to understand. We're going slowly by slowly. So the players, when they're playing, they're not playing for Manchester United badge. But when the players go to play for their country, they're playing for the badge. They are motivated. But coming to Manchester United, they're not playing for the badge. They're just playing like that. Pure Messi football. Manchester United, I think the only thing that they need to do, the players need to change their mentality. They need to understand that playing for a big club among the top 4 clubs. So I can't blame the coach over here.
So who is giving the motivation to the player? Who's supposed to create a
Basically-
culture of winning for the player? Who's supposed to
Yeah,
bring that
basically-
attitude to the player?
I understand it, but
Do you
if
know-
a player doesn't want to be taught, he can't be taught.
No.
If his mentality say that this coach needs to go, the player
there-
won't perform.
There is something that it was happening in Arsenal before Arteta came in, and Arteta came and created a culture not only for the players but also for the workers who are working in the Emirates, in the Tottenham. Like everyone supposed to follow that culture. The mentality that he created to everyone is passed and generated towards even the fans. So from there
Yeah.
onwards, it will be seen, it will be shown in the field what they are trying to
So
do.
will I be wrong if I say the Ten Hag does not have a plan for Manchester United?
I think you'll be very right. You'll be very correct because
Because let me give you a scenario. Look at somebody. We said last week you and Samba while you were here. Big thanks to Samba for joining. He said, look at the somebody like Greenwood, where he went, what he does. Now he has
Greenwood
5
is
goals,
performing so well. you
5
know.
goals, 3 games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look somebody like a Fred with somebody on the team also. Fred has a hat trick. He never had a hat trick in Manchester United.
Sure.
So I'm like I'm not the Lulu to say Eric Ten Hag is not good for the job, man. He's not, because he said the problem was Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano went. Well, now where he went, now he has 901 goals after going. Well, Manchester United, I think he scored only less than 10 goals.
18 goals.
No, that's the whole season. But if you Premier League games only, I think he never scored more than only Premier League. He never scored those goals. But no, in Saudi, he's doing goals week in, week out. International, same thing, same out. Somebody, he said Sanchez not good. Sancho went to Borussia Dortmund. He was performing better. Now he's in Chelsea. I think just the manager, his mentality. Another thing, I'm trying to understand why always he's trying to keep somebody like Rashford to play. Well, we have said he's not fit yet to be there, and keep somebody like Ahmad on the bench, or keep somebody like Garnacho on the bench. It's not working. This time we were happy because Mount was not there because he was injured. Because if he was there, I'm 100% sure he will be played.
But you guys, you also have to know that Ten Hag took the Ajax team to semi-final, UEFA Champions League semi-final.
Man, this
is the same coach.
No, this guy, his mentality or how he speaks, it's what's I don't know. It was pisses me off. He says a manager is to win trophies, man. But you can't be winning trophies with a team by luck. You You need
You
to
don't have
you need to
players.
show us. No,
That's why he's trying to strategize. He's trying to bring in players that can play.
what do you mean you don't have
But
players,
it's
man?
not working.
What do you mean you don't have
Give this
players?
guy.
So
Manchester
far,
doesn't have players.
honey, so far,
Mhm. Mhm.
70% of the player at Manchester United, they were brought by Ten Hag. You believe that?
Yeah, sure.
So he has assembled his Ajax team.
Before it wasn't before the last transfer window. After the last transfer window is when it reached 70%, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
right now, as you are speaking, even last season it was 70% because he
Then
brought
the
he
guys who
brought
are
somebody
playing-
like Amrabat. He's the one who asked for him.
Okay.
He brought somebody like Wout Weghorst. He's the one who asked for him. So most of the players that they played last season, most of them they came from Ten Hag's era. He's the one who requested for them. He's the one who wanted them. So he's supposed to show and to give. The big problem is now it's 2 years. Now you're going to 3 years
This
now.
this is the third
This
season.
is the third season
Yeah.
for Ten Hag, but still nobody can tell you what is the game plan of Manchester United.
Man, because I saw the clip online, it was I have a plan, but that plan has never worked since then till now, man. I haven't seen that plan working. So I'm like, why should we still give you time? Well, your plan definitely it's not working. Why?
Because he always, after the game, if they lose the game, then he will say the player didn't stick to the plan. So you wonder.
Basically.
Okay, Chelsea, you guys do have a plan, Louis. Your plan is get the ball to somebody like a Palmer. Palmer tried to do 1-2 things, give to Jackson or Noni Madueke or the. That's the same plan but you are sticking with somebody like Casemiro, who's always less a bit, and sometimes he's I don't know. It's like last game week he was the one who sold us out, and then you still keep him and then bring somebody new and leave some 2-3 guys on the bench who maybe they have done something will have done something better. But your plan, Palmer to be there. And if no one is not playing better, we see he remove him and bring somebody else. But what does Ten Hag does? Somebody does not play better. He doesn't remove him. He takes the guy who is doing better on the pitch, and that's the guy he wants him to play. I don't see. There's no plan there, man.
Basically, what Ten Hag is trying to do is actually coming up with a team. Coming up with a team is not easy, especially in the Premier League. For you to come with the first 11 normally takes time. Normally,
This is
you
the
have to
third
pass
season.
through a variety of players. But for Ten Hag, I promise you, if Ten Hag gets a good striker, the only thing that Manchester United is lacking, the front line.
Wait,
Manchester United doesn't have a very good front line.
how do you say
Listen,
how do you say if he gets a good striker and he's the one who went and gets Zek? He's the one who went to get Jackson. He's the one who went and got Hodgland also. So what?
But Zach is not a good striker.
Then
Let
what-
Hodgland come back.
Why-
If Hodgland come back, Manchester United always scores. The guy always scores.
Then
because
why-
He
of
was
what?
there last
The guy-
season.
Why did he went for him if he's not the better striker that he
That's-
wanted? Why?
but-
What's the reason?
Majority of the last season, the Hodgland guy was actually most of the season he was injured.
No.
I can't blame him.
No, not most of the season. He took
All of the season was
most
injured.
of
How
the
many
games
games
he
did he
never
play?
scored. He went like
How many
11,
games did he play?
11 or 12 games.
11 games without scoring, man.
11 games without scoring.
But
and
after
he's
the
a
11
striker.
games, a striker. Okay, do you remember the World Cup 2018 where
Yeah.
Giroud was just playing at the front line? Did Giroud score a World Cup goal? But
No.
what did he do?
No, but he
What did
contributed.
he
We
do?
can see his contribution, man.
He contributed. That's
Giroud-
what
But
Hodgland was
but
like.
that's not
And
his
then
work.
this-
His work is not contributing.
this-
Is as a striker, it's not Why does Haaland score? That's my question.
I totally understand, but this is the first season for this young man. He's actually young. He's trying to come
If-
up. He's trying to figure out how Premier League is
No
being
issue,
played.
no issue. If you can contribute and your team is winning, that's how. Because we
Basically,
usually say that about Jesus. He doesn't score goals, but he contributes and they win the game. But if you finish with -1 in 38 games, what does that show you?
The problem is Manchester United players and their mentality.
No, man. The problem is the coach and the team.
Yes, you have said very well. Mentality of the player is not okay.
Then who
And
should
this-
who
this
should
mentality,
who should
it's
give
a-
that mentality to the player? I
The
think it's the coach.
mentality and the culture supposed to be created by the coach. That's what we are saying. What we can say, instead of the coach trying to protect his player each and every time and to try to protect, because we are not saying that Manchester is a bad team, but when you try to
Yeah.
say, he is being asked by journalists, do you see that you are failing in what you are doing because your team now is dragging behind? You started this position. What does he say? He say, I don't see, because
plan.
if I have won 2 trophy, it means that we are the best team, second to Manchester City. That's delusional. True. Because if you cannot
That's the
prove
thing.
yourself in 38 games, what does that show you? You are you're in a very bad situation, because after 38 games, you cannot even reach how many points you were last season. I think it was 58 points.
Below 60, man.
You see, and you finish
I'm
with
not sure.
and you finish with negative goals.
Another thing, man. Onana. This.
You know, they came and say that Onana is very good with the feet. I think, and we discussed this one last
He's
year.
good with the feet, and then he's becoming poor with his hands. So
First of all,
Poor,
what is
but he made 2 clean sheets against in the CAF.
so
He actually got 2 clean sheets.
man, did you see
Because he
the last
saved.
did you see the last 2 game
Yeah,
weeks,
he saved.
what he did?
Actually saved seven shots on target. He saved all of them.
So why is he not saving in Manchester United, man?
Yeah, have you
Mentality.
Man.
He's playing for the badge.
Yes, listen. Do you know when you are playing in the club? First of all, you need to perform so well because they have invested on you and they have spent
Yeah,
a lot
sure.
of money to bring you. And despite the
Sure.
fact that you are playing for your country, this time you are playing for your club. So many people from different part of the world, they are watching you.
Na nilikuwa
They have
nasema
played
wangeacha tu wangeacha tu asalimiwe tu kidogo tu asalimiwe my friend.
no, is
Onana
that's not
was
is
being-
not, is
he
not
was
a
being
good club, you know?
celebrated.
So,
He was being celebrated in Uganda.
Ah,
He wasn't being chased away. He was being celebrated.
no man. Yeah.
I actually said that he's going to come back to Uganda next month.
Let
He's
him
coming back to Uganda
let him
because
come to
Kenya.
let him come to
Yeah.
Kenya,
Because
man.
we will play. No, he
I
won't
think-
come because we won't. Kenya, we don't have a stadium, so our game against Cameroon will play in Uganda.
I wish he could have come to Kenya, man. Tumsalimie kidogo tu.
I think this all energy we need to take it to between us Kenyan and versus Cameroon, so that we can see
Yeah, sure.
and Onana can prove for us that he's better. Because
Yeah.
what Onana is doing, I think he said that he will risk, but most of the goals that he's conceding, they are very stupid goals.
Man, those
Silly.
those
Yeah.
those
Silly
goals,
goals.
those
Yeah.
goals, if it was De Gea with the defense which we have, man, I think they will have many clean sheet than Onana. 100%, man.
They say that De Gea was not very good at his feet, and okay, that's true. No, we don't argue about that. Onana is very good with his feet, but he doesn't have people to play with with that type of game.
Okay, let's move to better things, man. Because Manchester United, man, this team. Anyway, back to better things, man. Chelsea, what are you seeing, man? Because now you lose one game and now you won like 1-1 and 1-1, draw one and lose one. So what's the thoughts you're seeing on your team?
So basically, we actually needed the break in order for us to re-strategize. And I think coming into these weekend games against Bournemouth, Enzo Maresca has got some good plans for Chelsea. Actually, someone like Palmer didn't go to international break because he needed to find that form. He was missing something. So Palmer not going to international break is really an added value to us because actually going to see some good things. But on our right back, I don't know, it's a problem because James still in doubt. Also, Malogusto is still in doubt. So we'll have to go with someone like the big guy from France, Disasi, I think so. So coming to this weekend, I'm sure we're going to prove some people wrong. We're going to be actually going to get that win against Bournemouth. And I know from the 80th minute, Chelsea need to defend very good because Bournemouth, when it reaches the 80th minute, is when they start to attack.
Okay.
So going forward, I'm sure Chelsea is going to be much better because, basically we needed that break. We've already strategized. We already know the loopholes for us to get into the Premier League, the Premier League campaign.
Okay.
Louis, honestly, you're not going to prove us wrong because if you prove us wrong, it means you're gonna lose that game. Because what I know is this is a team to beat. So that's what we're expecting for you to beat Bournemouth.
Joshua, Bournemouth is not a team to beat. Bournemouth is a team to watch.
It's
a team to watch.
Yeah, you have a facts there, man. That's facts, man. Because those guys are playing nice, man. They are playing
Bournemouth
nice.
are
Those guys
nice.
are playing.
Man,
They
Have you seen someone like
they
Semenyo?
conceded
Man, I think
2 goals.
Semenyo.
They conceded 2 goals
Yeah,
from a weak
but
Everton.
What was the end? What was the end?
Because Everton, they relax at the end of the game.
No, man.
No,
They
that was-
played better.
No,
This one,
it's-
listen,
it's
this
not-
one will
it's
not
not the
happen
first
again.
time
If you
this
have to take around 89th minutes for you to react from 3 goals.
Joshua.
What did Manchester
Joshua.
did
No,
against the
Joshua,
game against
listen.
Chelsea also?
Let's
The last
see.
minutes one were
Joshua.
beaten, man.
Do you think Bournemouth can do that to Chelsea?
Man,
They
if,
did it to a
if they
weaker
become
team, which is
sloppy, man.
Everton,
If
you
they
know?
become sloppy, man.
Joshua,
Yes.
it can happen. I'm sure it can happen because you see, it's what you finish with it's what matters, because you can
Yes.
start a game very well, but whenever you reach that finishing line, it's when you see athletics, what do? They start slowly, but when it's the final lap, what do? Take the charge, going up front.
You,
So
you will
Bournemouth is that
you
team.
will take charge
Reach
if
for
you
the
have
80th.
energy. But do you
They
know a
have
team?
energy.
Do
Those
you
guys
know a
have
team?
energy.
Do you know a team
Those
like
guys have
Chelsea?
mentality.
What it will do? A team has Chelsea has depth, and the depth which is coming from the bench is as equal as the one which is playing, and you know that that's a fact. So you cannot
Basically,
say. Mm,
what I've said is Chelsea need to be they don't want to be sloppy from the 80th minute against Bournemouth, because when they get a little bit of sloppiness in there, if they actually 2-0 up, I'm sure will not will equalize. The same to Man City, the same to Liverpool when they play against Bournemouth. This thing happened. Bournemouth last season, what did they do?
last season
Equalizing on the last
they
minutes.
they had a
They
very
were,
good
they were
prolific
equalizing.
striker. They had Solanke.
Man, but now
But
Wissa Mbuemo, it's becoming another big thing.
Wissam Mbeumo is not in Bournemouth,
Oh, Solanke, okay.
we
No,
thought it's
Semenyo was coming.
Semenyo.
Yeah,
Someone like
Semenyo, man.
Semenyo, yeah. I
but
mean,
he's not
Semenyo
playing up top.
on
He's
that,
playing as a midfielder. He's not playing up top.
but does he not score?
No,
He does.
it depends.
He does
If
score.
he score, let me tell you how this midfielder they do score. It depends with the team. If you are attacking a lot, then you'll have to score. But if you have to defend a lot, a midfielder will not get that chance to score. It will be very difficult for him. If they don't have a striker who just stay that up top for them to give them the chances and to create chances for them, it will be difficult for Semenyo. Last season he has a lot of assists because of somebody like Solanke, but now he has to come forward. But if they are defending, it will be difficult for him to get those chances to score. You know that,
Okay.
because he's a midfielder,
Okay.
and it will be difficult, honestly.
Okay. For those guys who are playing Fantasy Premier League, man, it's been nice and it has been bad for those guys who are like me. Because we need to do somebody like -8 and -12 for some and others. I think they went for the wild card. I think this is what my friends have been saying on the street, man, because these game weeks are not good for me. The first 3 game weeks, so maybe somebody not have somebody like a Haaland, somebody not have somebody maybe like a Salah, or maybe somebody not have anybody, man. Because also there's some guys, Son, on the last game he gave guys points. So I think this is a week where after the injuries you have seen, maybe it will affect you in one way or another on your team. Do you think it's the right option if you have a chance to do, because maybe in my team I have like 4 guys who are not doing a thing on my team. Is it wise for me to do a -12, or is it a good way I activate the wildcard and I'm good to go?
So basically, what you need to do, for me, like someone like me, I don't have Haaland in my team. I've been performing for the last 3 game weeks. I've actually struggled. Seeing Haaland scoring like the 2 hat-tricks actually pained me. So for me, I have to go with the wild card. I have to go minus something. For me, actually, I think -12 is the least that I can do, because I have to re-strategize. I have to restructure, because I have someone like Trent. Trent is so expensive. So if I want Haaland, the same with Palmer and Salah in my team, I have to sacrifice and remove someone like Trent on my team. I have to sacrifice also and remove someone like Eze on my team. So actually be a bit hectic for me to at least replan the team. But for other people who actually have Haaland on their team, the best thing to do. For you, Dahoud, I don't know what's up with your team, because this season, this is the terrible start that you've had.
You guys mulinendea kwa mganga, that's it. No, nothing more.
There is nothing like that.
No, last season I was bragging all out, in and out.
Because you had Haaland on your team last season when you started. This
Okay.
time you say that
Basically.
you're not going to start with the Haaland.
Haaland.
That is
But what did you do?
I mean, I went so fast back to him.
They were saying like, no, it's not giving. I said no.
I was actually saying the same thing. I'm not going to go with Haaland, but the things that they're going this way, I have to get Haaland, man.
And if at least if you don't have Haaland, you're supposed to have Salah. But the bad part is most of the people, they have Haaland and Salah at the same time. So it will be difficult for you to recover from those, because this guy is giving 17 points, this guy is giving 17 points.
Man, wait, I have somebody like a Salah, and then I went with the captaining somebody like a Palmer. Then the guy did not perform.
That's the mistake that I did.
The guy did not
That's the same
perform.
mistake that I did, man.
The guy did not perform. I'm like, what the
What
hell?
are we thinking? Yeah, man. It really pained me.
Man, I don't know. Also, okay, if we check the fixtures, man, I think it's a wise idea still to invest on the Liverpool players and Spurs, because also Spurs have defensive wise, Van der Ven, he's good. Pedro, it's good. They are giving us points and they are giving us the threat. So I think Spurs and team like what's the name? Liverpool, I think it's a good option to us for us to go, man. Even if you want to triple up on Liverpool, I think it's the best option, man.
I think when you have to consider about tripling on Liverpool is because of the fixture they have, and also there is a dilemma because first of all you have to say Salah is constant there, in whichever combo you will have to go with. It's either you will have to go Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold or Diaz, or Salah, Diaz and Robertson. All I think between those three, they are the direct things. In case maybe you have to invest in other players who are maybe premium and maybe giving you more points, you will have to sacrifice Trent to Robertson because so far now Trent has not given us attacking threat, but he has given us three clean sheets in a row. But we have seen how he's doing in the international and the crosses that he has been giving. We are expecting very soon we'll get those attacking return from Trent.
Okay.
So from you doing that, you are getting fear. In case maybe I decided to change Trent to Robertson, then Trent started giving those double-digit hold. Now it will be a disaster for me to try and get him because he will be very much expensive.
Okay.
So I will have to compensate. If I'll have to reduce Trent to Robertson, then I'll have to buy somebody like Saka or Cole Palmer if it's my team, if I don't have that Cole Palmer.
Okay, man, because if I check the fixtures for Liverpool, this guy they play against Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, Wolves, Crystal Palace, Chelsea, and then Arsenal game week 9, man. I still think they do have nice fixtures, man. It's a guarantee to have them in. It's a must to have them on your team. Because those fixtures, and I've seen the coach, I think he has stuck with what Klopp was doing. He has not done anything wrong, any changes. Whatever was going on well, that's what he has moved on with it, which I think is good.
I think he has changed in the attacking, like Jota instead of him taking Nunes.
Nunes, man.
I think there is a big difference there between Jota and Nunes. But now the problem comes because we are now having Champions League. So from there on, the rotation will be so frequent. So we don't know who will start.
No, but they also
who will not start.
Gakpo is coming in and out, and also is doing better. So I think
That is-
I
that
think
is
they
the-
do have. I think striking wise, I think if you have Diaz and Salah, I think it's a good option to move with those two only.
We are not sure because you see even Gravenberch was playing very well. So we are not sure if Salah we know is constant. He will be playing maybe all of the games.
Okay.
We have seen that even crop time.
Okay.
But here, Jota and Diaz, we are not sure who will not play, who will play. Even on Trent, we are sure, but in Champions League and in Premier League he will play, but his minute maybe will be
Because
reduced.
I've seen him. He's doing this every week. He's removing all the the best defenders, and he's
Yeah.
keeping him on for the other games. You know. So man, I don't know. I think it's wise. I think it's wise, man, to
So,
stick with them, man.
According to you, Hani, what is the best combo that you may, if you decide to triple on now? Because you say you are activating your wildcard, true?
Yeah, sure.
So let's say you're deciding to go with triple Liverpool. So which is the best
For me,
combo?
I'm not tripling any Liverpool guy.
And
The only thing that I'll do,
uh-huh.
I'll have to go with Salah because in the Premier League right now, I'm sure that Anslot
Uh-huh.
for the left back and right back, Trent and Robertson, he has to substitute them in the Premier League around the 70th minute. That's what he's been doing. Look at Trent. The last 3 games, he substituted between the 60th and 70th minute
That is
because
best for a
doesn't want
defender.
him to play. It's not best for the defender because he has Champions League coming up. He has like fixed fixtures.
Yeah, I'm saying that is the
Understand?
best for a defender, but not good for a striker, you know?
Yeah, basically it can be best, but we know Trent can do that thing maybe in the 80th minute. Can maybe if Liverpool were to lose a game, for example, will it be wise for you to remove someone like Trent? Or
No, but
will it
if
be
they
wise
have
to
already
remove
wait.
someone like
conceded.
Trent?
Who comes in to replace Trent?
Kwanzaa and
Yeah,
Conor
no, not
Bradley.
Konsa,
Bradley.
it's Bradley.
Bradley.
Man,
Bradley,
but
yeah.
Bradley, he do the thing, man.
But
It's good, but
the point here
according
is
to
you don't
FPL,
have
actually,
Bradley. You
you
have
don't have
Trent.
Bradley, you have Trent. Yeah.
Okay. But already
Yeah.
he has given you a clean sheet. So what more do you want from a striker or from a defender?
That's
if you
my
can
point.
if you can guarantee to have the 6 points, what more do you want from him? If after 60 minutes he's out and they have a clean sheet, I think that's the better option. I think it's good.
But what if they remove him in the 60th minute and they've conceded a goal?
If they have conceded a
That
goal,
is
they have conceded
the
a goal. You don't
negative
have
side.
Man,
clean sheets.
if they concede a goal and even though they go until the 90th minute, man, your 4 points are gone. So
For a defender, you're not guaranteed that he will score.
Yeah.
The only thing you need for a defender is a clean sheet, you know.
But that's someone like Trent. When they are charging, Trent normally goes up.
Yes,
That's what they do.
this
Robertson
is
always goes up.
he has played
So
they have having let's say they have had a very good fixture starting of the season.
uh-huh,
He has gone 3 games, not given any attacking threat. Though last time he scored, but it was considered an offside.
an offside, yeah.
Yes,
offside,
but
yeah, sure.
what we can say is Trent giving you an attacking threat is just cream de la cream, you know. But for him having those, you're expecting those attacking threat for him because the expensiveness of him, the price that he's coming with, is better if he's only for just
But
a clean sheet. You
Joshua,
rather go for another
Joshua,
cheaper defender. In
Joshua,
yes,
what I'm trying to insinuate is, are you sure that Trent is going to get the clean sheet for the next coming games? Are you sure?
Man, the fixture, for according to me, the fixtures they look good. If for the 60 minutes, I think
So Liverpool,
he gonna keep a clean
Liverpool are
sheet
not
also.
going. Liverpool are not going to concede for the next how many 5 games? Are you sure?
They
about that?
they can concede the
they
goals.
can concede. Okay, what is your point? What is your point here? What is your
My point.
hmm,
First of all, I don't have enough funds to have Trent in my team, to
yeah.
have Salah in my team, and to have another Liverpool person in my team. That's my point. I don't have
Okay.
the funds to purchase the 3 guys. So tripling Liverpool players, it will be hard for me, especially the defense. You can't
Sure.
have Van Dijk, you can't have Trent, you can't have Robertson on the same team. It will be actually hectic of you. It will drain you of your money. So the thing that I'm going to do, if it's having Trent alone, just have one Trent and have someone like Salah. Don't fill up like many Liverpool players because a certain fixture can come, a surprise fixture. A certain Premier League, I remember it was 2020, if I'm not wrong. They're playing against Watford. Liverpool were unbeaten for I don't know how many streaks. And then what happened? Someone like Ismail Sarr scored from nowhere. Liverpool were beaten like 3-0 on that game. Removing the streak, we're actually sure that this is going to be an easy game. So in the Premier League 2024-2025 season, it's not going to be easy. Teams, they're pushing their players forward. Teams are really motivated to be in this league. So
Okay.
undermining a team, I won't undermine a team, but having someone like Trent is another advantage to your team.
Okay. Another thing, man, guys,
Yeah.
I've seen guys are saying, we are overlooking. We are not looking at a player because of the team, but he's giving the points. Adama Traore, in him being in Fulham, man, guys, if you have checked all the games, I think he's assisting or close to giving a goal. But us guys, because he's 5.0, we are losing him. We are not having a point to have him on our team. I don't know why.
The problem here is consistency. We know we have seen Adama Traore in Wolves so many times, and the one thing he was lacking is consistency. He can score in this game, then the other game is scoring. So his price is 5.5. True?
Yeah.
So in the 5.5, you can get somebody like Morgan Rogers that you know it's only luck he's not getting those attacking threat.
Okay.
But is pushing, like you say, if he has a very good striker up front, like this John Jorun, he's called like that.
Duran?
Duran, yes.
Yeah.
So only Watking he has not converted most of the chances that this guy was creating.
Okay.
So if you compare between Adama Traore and Smith Rowe and this guy Morgan Rogers or Karo Mitoma, who will you prefer to put there?
Man, I think for the price, I think Rogers is better, man, or Mitoma. I think that's the issue.
Though they have not given that attacking threat, but you know when it will
When they,
start.
yeah, well, if it clicks, yeah, it's
Yes,
it's
but
another thing.
Adama Traore is there. Yes, we can consider him, but still is early in the season. But you cannot have everybody. So
Okay.
you check those people that you have seen the intensity, how they are doing. Even Rogers, I know is new, but you see the only by slightest chance he's missing those threats.
Man, it's only that I think somebody like a Watkins is not actualizing those goals.
Yes,
It's not that he's not doing it.
Yes, I think if those things they start to flow, I think he will have so many assists and goals.
Okay.
Yes.
Man, if you check the Manchester United, somebody like a Mazraoui, I think he's the best option for anybody if you want to go for the Manchester United kind of thing. I think Ahmad also, in the beginning of the season, he was the better option when I thought I could have, but I went with Garnacho instead. But I'm still thinking Ahmad is the person we should keep an eye on to this season as our Manchester asset.
For Manchester United, I'm not sure if I'll go with any defender because I'm not guaranteed that I'll get clean sheets.
Okay.
So Mazraoui has nice games for sure. He's playing really well. he's trying to push Manchester United forward. But the co-partners that he has at the back, they're not giving. They can't be guaranteed that Onana can't be guaranteed that he's going to keep clean sheet. But maybe attack-wise, Mazrui can really be good. Can see that he can assist. There's actually on the Liverpool game, he was actually about to score. He made a nice shot against Alisson Becker, but Van Dijk maybe relieved the pressure of the ball. So Alisson didn't have a very hard time getting the ball. But going with someone like Amad Diallo, actually the best thing, because Ahmad from next game henceforth, we expect someone like Ten Hag to at least play Amad Diallo because we've seen what he's got. We've seen his prowess in the football in the wing. So having someone like Diallo in your team compared to Rashford or the other strikers that Manchester United have, it's actually benefiting. Yeah, so investing in someone like Ahmad better, replacing him with Garnacho if you have him on his team. Like for me, for instance, I have Garnacho. I was actually thinking of going with Ahmad instead of Garnacho.
Man, the other team, which I think we have not yet, I said before, you guys should watch out these teams that are coming in from the championship kind of a thing. A team to watch out, it was Ipswich. Because if you watch all the 3 games they have played, those guys have scored. Even though they've been beaten like 3 or 4 goals, they have scored each and every game.
Yeah, there is this guy, we call him Dilap, and also Davis. But we can say the assist that Davis gave to this Dilap, this guy had to run like 30 yards for him to score. So we cannot say that like you're expecting so many assists from this guy.
Okay.
Coming back to Mazrui, if you have to select him, I think most of us, we have somebody like Konsa on our team, true?
Okay.
So far, Konsa has 5 points. And we saw him maybe from England, he was stretched out. Maybe he went like he has a very small, you can say a knock.
Okay.
We are not sure. Maybe he's 75 chances of playing, or is okay now. But instead, I can say instead of I go with somebody like Konsa, I have seen what he can do. It's better that I go with Mazrui. It's the same price. This Konsa is 4.5, and he doesn't have those much attacking threat compared to somebody like Mazrui.
Okay.
Both of them, they're not keeping clean sheet.
But one gives their attacking
The other
threat.
one has an attacking threat. So
Okay.
if I'll have to substitute a defender, I'll have to go with Mazrui to replace somebody like Konsa on my team.
Okay, I'll throw something on you. Last season, we knew Estepina what Estepina can do.
Yeah.
And if you watch the last game, Brighton, Estepina came in at the last bit of the game. So do you think moving forward, maybe if he get introduced to the team, he's a must-go player as such?
No, not really, because now he has to find his feet now. So we have to give him 3 to 4, 5 games for us to start now taking him, because he will have to come with a high price. You know, Estupinan is very high in price.
Okay.
So you will not consider Estupinan, and instead of him, you will have to go with somebody like maybe Saliba, White, and somebody like Robertson.
Okay.
So now with the Brighton team that they are having now, there are some players that you will have to consider rather than him, because now he's not getting the full 60 minutes for you to get a clean sheet from him.
Okay.
So when he start getting those consistent games, and maybe when he regain his fully fit, so we'll have to check how he's performing and how the team as a whole is performing for us to consider him now.
Okay, fine. Louis, is it? I'm in a dilemma. Is it wise to go? Because for you, you're going with a wild card. Is it wise to go with somebody like this guy from Brighton, Welbeck, or go with João Pedro?
Previously, I had João Pedro. For me, I think I'll stick with João Pedro because he's consistent and he has the attacking threat. Welbeck gets tired between the 60th minute, so Welbeck doesn't perform really well. But João Pedro starts as a winger and then maybe switch to the 9 position when Welbeck gets out. So basically, for me, go with someone like Pedro because he's flexible, and I think he has that extra strength that Welbeck doesn't have.
Man, but Joshua, you had a different opinion while I watched your pod the episode last week.
Yes, I think João Pedro is the best selection compared to Welbeck. Yes, Welbeck is scoring goals, but we have seen the intensity and how João Pedro is playing. Right now, he's playing as a number 9.
Okay.
So when Ferguson Ferguson was introduced in Scotland, it was Ireland.
Yeah,
he played in Ireland game, you know. So it means that he's now recovering from his fitness from the injury that he had. So it means very soon he will be introduced in the Brighton team. So the person who will be benched mostly is who?
But why should you be benched if you can perform? That's my point.
No, Definitely, they'll have to share minutes.
Okay.
And now, because I think that was the reason why Hasler introduced Pedro as number 8, because when Ferguson will come, and we know Ferguson is lethal compared to Danny Welbeck. So they'll have to share minute between the person who will be affected most is Danny Welbeck. So maybe they will be starting Ferguson in this game, and the next game maybe start Welbeck, or they'll be sharing maybe minutes. So we are not sure about that.
Okay.
But we know somebody who will be is nailed on now in this team. It will be Joao Pedro. So I'll have to go with Pedro in this equation between Pedro and Welbeck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I'm looking at a team like Spurs. After seeing them last week, they scored I think 4-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and somebody had somebody like Madison, had somebody like a Son on his team. Do you think now if somebody had a Salah, do you think if you can't reach to Salah because it's 12.5, somebody like a Son I think is 10. Is it a wise idea if you cannot reach to Salah? It's good you can go with Son.
I think if you cannot manage to have the money to buy Salah on your team, you have to look for other option. And the best option I think is Son now, because we see Son when he's playing, he plays as a number 10 when they have a central striker. When they don't have a central striker right now, like Solanke maybe is still injured, then Son will be the one who is playing as a false number 9.
Okay.
So that one gives you an edge whereby Son will score most goal or assist a lot. So I can go with Son just in case they don't have that up top player who will play as a number 9.
Okay, Louis, where does it keep somebody like a Johnson, and somebody like Madison on that team?
For me, I think Johnson will find it hard to get minutes on this team. But of late, also Madison's form hasn't been impressive. I think the frontman, the ones that are watched on that team mostly it's Son. But I haven't seen a lot of Tottenham's games. But as season progresses, I think Madison was recuperating from an injury. So I think we'll just see him getting off because we know what Madison does. So if it clicks right on that front desk, Kulusevski, Madison playing as a number 10, then having Son, then right now they have Solanke. I think it actually have someone like Brennan Johnson still being dropped to the bench because he will need to find a place to play.
Okay. So as you wind off, man,
Yeah.
on these assets, man, I think Nottingham Forest is a team which I think it has given us options to go on with more players there in their team. Somebody like a Nelenga, somebody like a Gibbs White, somebody like a Wood. I think those 3 players. Also, for me, I had somebody like an Aina at the bench, at the back as a defender. I think moving forward, I think those are the best option I think I can only have from the kind of Nottingham Forest team.
Yes, Aina has shown that he has a very good option at the back, but the team is playing the next game is Liverpool.
Okay.
So after Liverpool, I think they will have a very good fixture. I think the next fixture is Brighton, then Fulham, then they will have to go with Chelsea. So Brighton also is not a very easy team, and Fulham also is not that much easy team. So Nottingham Forest now considering if you have other option for you to go forward to, I think I will not consider now Nottingham Forest player.
No, but we have not till now, except the last game, the Manchester United game. It's the only team which never which had a clean sheet. So having a clean sheet as a defender, it's not a guaranteed thing this season. I think so, because if that guy can give you the threats, I think it's a good option to go with him, leave alone, because of a clean sheet. It's becoming hard for this season.
Clean sheet is becoming hard, and also as a defender, it depends also with the team you are playing.
Okay.
So I can say somebody like Robinson, I will consider him rather than going with Aina on the team.
Okay.
Because Robinson,
But Aina goes
has
for 4.5, but Robinson goes for 6, man.
Robinson is not 6.
He's 6, man.
Robinson is
Or
not
5
6.
or 5.5, man.
Wait, I show you Robinson.
As we are there, man. Louis, what's your option, man? If you want to have the defense for Chelsea.
At Chelsea, for me, right now, we have injuries on the right back. So the only option that we have to go with Chelsea, go with someone like Cucurella. I think that's the only option that we've got.
Okay.
I think Robinson is
Yeah.
4.6.
Okay. Which
And,
Robinson? Crystal Palace, the Fulham one?
Yes.
The Fulham.
Okay. I thought you were talking about the Robertson. Okay.
No,
sorry.
I'm not saying Robertson.
Okay.
I'm going with the Robinson. They are in the same class of the. So I can say, according to between Fulham and Nottingham Forest, Fulham have a very good chance of them converting most of the goals that Robinson are the crosses that Robinson is producing
Okay.
compared to Aina.
Okay.
Yes, Aina is a good pick. You can pick him if you want that 4.5 defender. In case maybe you want to downgrade some of your defender, because I can select. I told you, now Konsa was one of the best pick, but we have seen that they are not keeping the clean sheet that we wanted. So instead of I having somebody like Konsa, who I know most of the time is not having those attacking threat, only clean sheet, because he's Aston Villa, then I'll have to go with somebody like Aina or Robinson that I know he can give me that extra, like an attacking threat that I need from a defender, just in case they are not giving out the clean sheet.
Okay. As we finish up with the striker, man, if I check the fixtures for Aston Villa, they do play against Everton, Wolves, Ipswich, Manchester United, Fulham, and Bournemouth until game week 9. Man, I think having an Aston Villa asset, be it in the midfield or be it on the striking, but the striking, I'm thinking after what you have seen the last 3 game weeks, I'm thinking Watkins gonna be benched for like 2 or 3 game weeks. He tried to play maybe Duran on the front, but for me, I think Duran is the same as Trossard. If he plays 90 minutes,
He will not perform.
he's not performing. But if he comes as a sub, that's when he performs the better.
There are those players who are supposed to play same like that, and you as a coach, you after 3 games and you know the potential that somebody like Watkins has, you cannot bench him because of 3 games not doing something. So he has to support and he has to believe that this guy has to do this, because he has somebody that he can rely on maybe to come as a sub. I think it will not be wise for him to bench Watkins now, for him to put somebody like this Duran. The best thing that he can do is to play them both.
But if you do that, still Watkins has not yet. I think you should just give him like a break to be outside and to see from an angle when you're on the bench, man. Like what's the missing thing?
There is nothing missing. It's only the players, they form, some players form comes very slow. And the best thing for somebody like him to do is to give him time.
More minutes?
More minutes for him to play so that he can regain his form.
Okay.
You putting him on the bench is not giving him a morale.
Okay.
First of all, is downgrading him. And for him now, he'll start maybe doubting himself and his ability to score. But if you show that you have faith and you have belief on him, it means that he will have that morale and he can come back to his form which he had last season.
Okay. So
supporting Joshua, talking about Watkins, I think Watkins didn't find his form yet. So when they've gone to this international break, I think Watkins had some light trainings for himself, trying to be more of a finisher, because we haven't seen him finish this season. So coming after the international break, I'm sure that Watkins is going to be a prolific. But also supporting him, Watkins is the first choice as striker in the Aston Villa team. So I think what the coach is trying to do, they have Champions League also. So maybe they'll actually switch in a little bit. Someone playing the Champions League, someone playing the Premier League. So I think that's the support that they did support each other according to the 2 strikers.
Okay, man. So if I check the fixtures for Game Week 4, Southampton, they're gonna play an early kickoff against Manchester United, Brighton against Ipswich, Crystal Palace against Leicester, Fulham against West Ham, Liverpool against Nottingham Forest, Man City against Brentford, Aston Villa against Everton, Bournemouth against Chelsea. On Sunday, it's Tottenham against Arsenal and Wolves against Newcastle. If you check those kind of fixtures, which do you think is the best option to captain your team from? Joshua?
I think I will go with Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah, because we know Salah has proved it. Maybe 3 game weeks he has been that man who is giving you maybe double digits. Now he has 41. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has 41 points. So I think now, in case maybe I don't want to captain Salah, I'll have to go with Man City guy, Haaland.
Okay, but why not go with Haaland, even though they're playing home with Brentford?
Brentford, we know they are a very good team.
But you have seen, that goal which Haaland scored for the hat trick. That it was not an easy ball to make as a goal.
Yeah, it was not easy, and we have seen this guy doing that game in, game out. So we don't say that the team, but we can say the team is playing now. The Brentford team now, they'll have to stick more to Haaland.
Okay.
Because they have seen he's scoring more goals, and that's how it's called a knee jerk. Because they have seen 2 teams, he has scored a hat trick. So what will the coach say? Maybe you can put maybe this Pinnock.
Okay.
I want you to be on top of Haaland.
Okay.
Don't let him to have a chance in one way or the other.
Okay.
And that's during the last season. That's as the season progressed. That's what most of the
Yeah,
defenders
many teams.
So I think now, because they saw maybe he was a little bit reluctant, they left him, and now they'll have to man-mark him.
Okay, honey, do you think after Chelsea the last game week 3, when it was not too good with you with Crystal Palace, do you think you're gonna regret the fact that you had started with maybe 6 goals when you played against Wolves?
Yeah, basically we have to prove ourselves back because the last game we expected a win, but unfortunately ended up with a draw, which was not good because we were on our home ground. So I think players coming to this Bournemouth game, they need to be more of going forward because the last time we lacked going forward. We lacked someone like Palmer. Palmer was doing some silly thing, actually ended up getting a yellow card. So right this week we'll have someone like Sancho being introduced into the team. We'll have at least that competition up front will be tough. So players will want to prove themselves more in order for them to fit in the starting 11.
Okay, Joshua, on the camera, what's the score do you think on the derby?
The derby, I think we shall win 2-0,
Last time you said 2-0.
and we won still.
Man, you draw.
We drew.
Yeah.
Oh, we drew with
You
Tottenham.
guys drew.
Man, the other game you said you'll win 2. Again, you said on the camera you'll win 2. You went up. It was luck enough, man. Last game week you drew also, man. After I said you said you'll win 2 goals.
Oh, between Brighton.
Yeah. You said you'll win 2 with a clean sheet of 2 goals.
Yes, you see what happened. That one is explainable.
No, nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Declan Rice
Your
got a
player
red card.
happened. That's your
We were
own
one-
problem. That's
Yeah.
our problem.
We don't see it's not our problem. It's our problem, and that's
It's
that's
your
what
own
happened.
problem. You
Yes,
guys
that's
decided to
very
play
true.
rough game.
That's very
You decided
true.
to play a rough game. But what's happening with him? Actually surprised that you didn't lose that game.
No. What I'm saying, we are not saying it's not our problem. It's our problem, but we conceded a goal because we were less. That's what I'm saying.
No, there's nothing like less there, Joshua. The Premier League. If you do a mistake, you'll be punished.
Okay, on the camera, 2 again. So I think that's a draw also.
We
As-
were
as-
punished because we did a mistake. That's what I'm saying. If we were 11 players in the field, it will be
There's
difficult for
nothing
them
like
to score
11. There's
against.
nothing, Joshua, there's nothing like a red card happening over here.
Uh,
Arsenal, you did a mistake. That's your own. Chelsea, referee lifted Man City. Did we complain? We just let
we are
it
not
be.
complaining.
You are. Why are you saying? Why are you saying that you are 10 people? That's complaining.
That's not complaining. I'm giving you the
That's
reason
complaining.
why we drew that
That-
game.
Give me a valid reason. That's not a reason.
Were we scored before we became less?
That doesn't matter.
It matters.
The end result was
It-
you didn't win.
we
You
did
didn't
win
have
the
a
game.
clean sheet.
We didn't have a clean sheet.
Okay. Louis,
Yeah.
Chelsea against Bournemouth. Do you think Bournemouth are gonna bounce back to you guys the way they did against Everton?
Chelsea 3, Bournemouth 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do we put a bank? Money on the bank or no?
Chelsea 3.
Bournemouth 0. Money on the bank or what?
Man U to lose to Southampton by 1 goal to
Man,
0.
have you said the last time? There's one time we played against Bournemouth. We beat them around 8 goals. I don't know how many. Was it 20 something? Previous back. I think it's gonna be a bounce back, man.
Yeah, this is going to
I think
be.
this is a
Southampton
chance
are going
for
to redeem
Manchester
themselves.
United to redeem themselves.
Yeah, man.
in this
I
game.
don't expect them to be beaten, but
No, Southampton to redeem themselves.
Manchester United, man. Acha kwanza niwaambie. Don't ask your girlfriend to buy you a jersey, man. Hizi vitu ni maswara.
I think maybe for you, but
Hey, guys, man. You guys said we should be bought a jersey, man. I think I should give this one out. Whoever wants the jersey, it's out for sale, man. It's out for sale. Manchester United, but I think this is the game week for us to redeem ourselves, man. If you don't do it,
Yeah, that's
man, it's a worse. So I'm expecting Manchester United maybe 2-1 because we are playing away. So maybe 2-1. I think it's gonna be a good game, man.
you don't think you can keep a clean sheet?
Onana? No way.
The issue is Onana or the defender.
Onana, man. Maguire has been doing things, man. So this is not the defender,
So the ball has to pass the defender before it reaches to Onana.
man.
Yeah,
Your game.
basically.
Wait. Your game. It passed. What did the goalkeeper did? Raya. He saved.
That's just in case if it pass. But for
So our team,
they-
if it
they-
passed the defender, it's a goal.
the issue with Manchester United, you face
Guys,
a
you're not
lot
going
of
to
shots.
finish with Manchester United. Let Manchester United be. These guys don't have defenders. They don't have a goalkeeper. They need to invest in those things. Otherwise, Manchester is still going to be Manchester United.
Okay. So man, I think Man City against Brentford. I think this game gonna be a good game. also. I think it's a
Yeah,
game to watch.
a game to watch.
Yeah, Liverpool against Nottingham Forest also is a game to watch. Fulham against West Ham. Man, I think it was Smith Rowe never scored. The other 2 games he gave points.
Yeah.
This game week
He
we brought
scored, he
him in.
scored.
He never gave us points. So I think this game week also he may try to give in things. And then Wolves and Arsenal. We have said derby is a must. It's a must watch for on Sunday. Tottenham Arsenal and Wolves against Newcastle. Man, I think it's a good game also because we don't know what Isak and the rest Joe Linton. Because Isak, I've not understood. We brought on Murphy, is not doing a thing, and then when he's out, somebody else doing a thing. So the Newcastle thing, I've not yet mastered what it's going on with the Newcastle team.
No, you don't get. It's just 3 games only. If you still have Isaac, stick with Isaac.
Okay.
I know he will perform, and when he start to perform, he'll give you points.
Okay.
We said that about Eze. First game he didn't perform. Second game he didn't perform.
I sold him.
I sold Eze, and he gave us 10 points. You know.
Yeah, man.
So
Same, man.
you sold him also.
Yeah, sure.
You see. So what I say, we had a very good strategy when you started the team. When you started the first game week, the player that you selected, we knew that these are the players that they will perform.
Okay.
It's only that those things they have not clicked. Even those people who didn't go with Haaland, those managers who didn't go with Salah, they were sure they are not going with Salah, but they will have those people who will replace Salah and Haaland in their team.
Yeah.
Somebody like Saka, Palmer, and Eze on their team.
Yeah.
Somebody having Trent, Alexander-Arnold, Saliba, and maybe Gabriel. We know it will pay off in one way or the other. The issue is the gap which is causing, and somebody like Eze is not performing. We had Solanke at start of the season. He didn't perform and he got an injury. We had somebody like Isaac.
Vardy also.
We have Vardy maybe
Only one game, man.
Tottenham.
We had Munoz.
We had Munoz. Munoz, by the way, that was just.
He's not a performer.
Yes. That one, if you put Munoz on your team, you just look the other time. But there are some players that you know their attacking threat is always there.
Okay.
So somebody like Watting is not performing.
Yeah. But you know, when it clicks,
yes,
yeah.
Alexander-Arnold is not performing. Not Alexander. Alexander-Arnold is not giving those attacking threat, but he's giving a clean sheet.
Okay.
So you are very sure the team that you have is the team that's supposed to perform. It's only that still not yet started performing.
Okay.
Only Haaland and Salah, they are the players who are giving those double-digit haul.
Okay.
Kolopama give it once during that game that he gave 3 assists and 1 goal.
Yeah.
And Saka, the first game where they give assists and score.
Him and Havertz, it's
Yes.
been back to back, yeah.
So we still have those players, and we still have to believe in the player that we are having.
Okay.
It's only that now they have become very much expensive. You cannot have all the players that you want.
Okay.
So you'll have to sacrifice some of the player, and you bring those enablers on your team.
Okay, man. It's been nice, man, having you guys, man. Big thanks, man. Like Louis, man. It's nice, man.
Yeah, man. It's been nice coming back, and we expect to be here next Thursday, as always. Trying to tell you, Chelsea won against Bournemouth by 3-0.
Okay, on the international, man, before I left, Gor Mahia, are they the one playing against Zamalek? Or Al
So
Ahly?
basically, this weekend on Kenyan football, actually on Saturday at 3 p.m., we're expecting Police FC. They're playing against Zamalek.
Okay.
That's in the CAF, maybe African Europa League. And then on Sunday, the big boys, Gor Mahia, they're going to play against
Man, wait.
Al Ahly.
Why are you going to Gor Mahia games with Newcastle jersey, man? What's wrong with you? Or
Listen. You know, on that previous game, we were not sure Gor Mahia going to win this game because we're actually kind of disappointed. But I had watched my Gor Mahia jersey, so I had to find something green. So I had to go with this Newcastle jersey.
okay.
But I blended in well. Someone wouldn't recognize me because we danced. We got the goals.
Man, I think you guys
really
just
fantastic.
just go for vibes. I don't. You go for vibes, man.
I mean, that's the whole thing. We go for fun and actually going for vibes. I
Okay.
mean, staying in the house all alone through the weekend, it's totally boring. Come to your stadium. Get that Isikuti go playing. I mean, it's a nice experience, guys. You should experience this.
Okay, man. So it's nice, man. Big thanks, man. Joshua, man. Last week you hold it nice.
Yeah. For me, I'm having fun now because I know Arsenal, we are going to play the North London derby. It's one of the derby that we always await, and is a big game because you know the rivalry between Arsenal and Tottenham.
Okay.
So the funniest thing is, for the last, I think, since 2012,
Mhm.
this derby we have always been wearing our home team jerseys.
Okay.
Either we go away or we are home.
Yeah.
Tottenham and Arsenal have always been wearing
The home jersey.
the home jersey.
Yeah.
This time round, Premier League, they say no, you're not going to wear the home because we are away. We will have to wear away jersey, which is our black.
Man, man, it's only
That-
it's that jersey is net song that it has the Arsenal logo, man.
Yeah, it's like a Kenyan flag.
Kenyan flag, man.
So,
Kenyan vibe.
Yeah,
It gives the
sure.
vibes, man.
So we say it's an Afro. Okay, they explain to it. They say it's an Afro jersey. Is representing Africa. The best thing is a black jersey. So Premier League is forcing us to wear a black jersey because it's a funeral for Tottenham, and I'm very happy. Man.
Till next week, man. It's been nice. Adios. See you. We're out.
Bye, guys.
Okay, don't forget, like,
Okay.
share, subscribe. Adios.